The Shift is brought to you by SE Healthcare. Welcome to The Shift. I'm Dr. Andrea Coyle. Welcome back, Shifties, to the next episode of the Shift podcast. And as a reminder, this is a huge celebration month here at the Shift podcast, as well as the Daisy Foundation, because we are celebrating their 25th anniversary. And what's really exciting is this month we kicked it off with co-founder Bonnie Barnes. And each week during this month, we're speaking with Daisy honorees. And I'm just going to move a little bit in my camera. You can see that I'm a Daisy honoree. And our very special guest, Patrick Gotis, has his pin on. We got all prepared. We have our daisies in the background. And we're excited to be here and celebrate the incredible Daisy Foundation and the huge international, global, incredible impact that they have had on the profession of nursing. So first, I'm going to give Patrick the mic, even though we don't have a mic. And I want to ask Patrick to tell me a little bit about himself, how long you've been a nurse, Patrick, where you're a nurse, and tell us why you got into nursing.
Sure thing, Dr. Andrea. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
To start off, I'm actually I just graduated residency at Johns Hopkins Howard County Medical Center. It's only been 1 year. In fact, when I received the award, I was only 6 months into being a nurse. This is quite new for me.
Wow. So Shifties, Patrick received his award 6 months. He shared with me earlier that he was still in orientation. I have to tell you, and I'd have to get a fact check from Bonnie and Mark and Tina and Melissa and the whole crew at Daisy. I wonder who sets the record for being the nurse for the shortest period of time to receive the Daisy. So we're going to follow up with that. Um, so Patrick, where were you and when you received the award? Were you working?
Yeah, I was on the unit. I work on a med surg acute unit, and it was definitely a surprise. My unit manager came by and said, "Hey, Pat, we need to get everybody in the front at the nurses' station. We're gonna go celebrate something." And the second I saw our director for nursing, Mr. Ron, I literally thought, "Oh, am I in trouble? Everybody's here. Should I say something?"
That's amazing. Patrick, tell us, who nominated you for the Daisy Award?
And it was one of my former patients. He was in a really bad way when he came to the unit, and well, talking to him, I could tell he had kind of given up on his current condition and was kind of just accepting it. So I don't know. I had him for about 3 days straight. And I was kind of lucky. I had a 3 day straight of shifts, and I was really just talking to him, trying to get to know him, trying to see if I could just, I don't know, nudge him in the right direction, pretty much.
That's awesome. And Patrick, as you know, the podcast is called The Shift, and it sounds like you were trying to get him to shift into a different mindset. So well done. And how did it make you feel? I know when you received the awards, you were probably nervous, maybe a little embarrassed, a little overwhelming. You thought you were in trouble. After you had time to really reflect, and as you shared with me, learned a little bit more about the Daisy Award and the Daisy Foundation, how did it make you feel?
I really didn't feel like it actually belonged to me. I felt like I honestly did nothing. In fact, half the time I was thinking it had belonged to my preceptor, who was also on the unit at the time. I kept turning to her and saying, "This is for you. They put my name on here by mistake. I'm pretty sure this one's yours."
Wow. Now let me ask you this. Was the patient that you took care of, was he able to participate in the award ceremony?
Unfortunately, no.
What would you tell newer nurses, and not even necessarily newer nurses, what would you tell nurses about the value and how receiving the coveted Daisy Award made you feel? And does it still have an impact on you?
Yes, actually, I'd say it does have that kind of gravitas after a while. It's kind of reassuring, knowing that all the effort that I've tried to put through nursing school, getting hired onto my unit, and walking through every single day, not knowing whether or not I actually affected anyone. It's reassuring to know that somewhere along the way, I actually reached out and made a little bit of a difference.
Wow. Well, I can tell you, Patrick, based on the conversation we had prior to this and learning more about you through the Daisy Foundation and Tina, that I'm pretty sure you make a difference every single day. So thank you. Thank you for being a nurse. Thank you for doing such a great job and making a big difference in this patient's life. Typically, Patrick, when we end our episode, we share with the shifties a couple takeaway messages. And let's share a couple messages with the shifties. And I'm going to start off. I think one message as a Daisy honoree is to pay it forward. Take the opportunity to recognize and write a nomination for someone. I'll give you an example of what I did, Patrick. I am a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with breast cancer a year and a half ago, and I had this incredible nurse. I was getting ready to get my MRI, and I was sitting out in the room by myself, and I am very claustrophobic. And the nurse picked up on it, and she came and sat beside me, and she said, Andrea, I recognize that you look very nervous. How about if I sit with you until they come and call you back for your MRI? Those little words, Patrick, comforted me in such a way. She went above and beyond. So my message to the shifties, pay it forward. If someone's doing a great job, let them know. Meaningful recognition matters. And what would you say, Patrick? Do you have any lessons learned from your pretty little, I've been a nurse for 30 years. So you've been a nurse now for how long? 1 year? Have you hit the 1 year mark?
Pretty much last week actually was
Woo,
12 months
congrats,
in.
1 year. Good
Thank
for
you,
you.
Dr. What could I actually move? Be forgiving of everyone that you come across. Everybody has their own story and their own circumstances. Being in a hospital, it's clear they are there because of a serious medical condition. Their fears and anger and all their heightened emotions, and even the confused ones, they deserve a pass for what they get. So be forgiving and remember all the ones at the end that you've actually left with a smile on their face. And most importantly, and this is the part I had to learn over and over, and I still learn it, is to be forgiving of yourself. You're going to make mistakes. It's just a part of everything that we do. So be forgiving of yourself and keep learning.
Wow. Patrick, those are some powerful messages. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
think you dropped the mic. I don't even have anything to come back. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Patrick. Congratulations on being a Daisy honoree. Congratulations on your year nursing anniversary. Congratulations, Daisy Foundation, for 25 years. And shifties, remember, your shift makes the difference. Enjoying the shift? Help us reach more nurse leaders by rating and reviewing us on your podcast app. It takes just a minute, but makes a big impact. Search for The Shift, tap those stars, and share what you love. Your feedback shapes our future episodes and helps others discover us. Remember, rate, review, and amplify The Shift today.